Open your mind to the possibilities with Square Hopper Chess at reasonable rates.
Hey everybody, it's the old biker chess dude. Welcome to Chess Coffee and Conversations. Yours truly, the old biker chess dude, Eric. How glad to see everybody coming out here to enjoy themselves. Thanks for stopping by. Again, for those of you who may not be aware of, we're playing over at the High Point Church, 1251 West Windham Parkway, Romeoville. From the intersection of I-55 and Weber Road, go north to the light, hang a right, you'll see where we're at. Welcome once again. Today, we have a nice full house of players out here today. In fact, hey everybody, give yourselves a great big hand. Outstanding. They love it. We got some new players and everybody that are coming out here today, including some notables that are in the house. The Chess Desperado, Larry Quillen, is here. We got Josh, the Machine Flores, who is a sponsor of this show, along with Master Mike. We've got Ramblin' Ray, Joe, Mr. Chess Sets, Mansky, Lance, the Blitz King, AJ the Destroyer, and a whole bunch of others that are back. All those nicknames are all in love, man. But they are here, and we're hoping that you become a part of it too. Come on down, meet these wonderful people, and enjoy a social gathering from fellowship here at the church where we're having some chess, some coffee, and the conversations that come about of it. Thanks, everybody. Well, as the weather gets a little bit better, you never know, we might be even stepping outside a little bit out here, doing some, picnic tables, that kind of thing, where you get some chess out there, some nice fresh air and some sunshine and everything else. We got lots of little things that are going to be in the works out there to make your chess playing experience just a little bit better. So how's things been going for you this week? I'm telling you, things have been a little crazy for the old biker chess dude, that's for sure. But looking forward to every Sunday when I get to see everybody here to play around. Well, so far my record today, I won one game and I drew one game. But that draw was against AJ. I'm counting that as a moral victory. All these little things that I put together, I take home, pull out the old chessboard, and see where I could have done better. And just little tips like that to help you get a little bit better with your chess play. And speaking of getting better with your chess play, would you like somebody to help you with that? You need another set of eyes, I'm telling you. Somebody who can stand back and help you discern the trees from the forest, can show you where you're not looking or you are looking, or what you should be encouraging more of the done. All this can be done by Square Hoppers. Great coach. That's Josh the Machine Flores. So make sure you look him up. Give him a call. He can help you out. He's always here on Sundays, so if you want to talk to him in person, this would be a great place to do it. As we move along, let's go and into our next part of Chess Coffee and Conversations, Chess News! Yeah! That's right, folks. Welcome once again to Chess News. Some things that have been going around in the chess world that we just want to bring to your attention. Today, we go here. We're talking about the chess candidates match, the FIDE chess candidates match, in which. Oh man, let's see what we got. Oh, I can't even pronounce these names. Maxime Lagrave and Nepet. Oh my gosh. Two real big grandmasters up here are like a half a point from first and second. They are doing. If you're not understanding what the FIDE candidates match, all these grandmasters and big guns come together. They play a little tournament for the honor of fighting against the world champion, which happens to be Magnus, the Berserker Viking Carlsen, who comes to the chessboard, slamming his axe, whacking. The guy is frothing at his. He is one dangerous hombre, that's for sure. And these guys are battling it out to see who gets to play the world champion. Well, one of these guys we want to bring to your attention that's in the chess news today is a Russian grandmaster who's 37 years old. He's ranked number 6 in the world. His FIDE rating is 2777. That's flippin' believable. Most guys in this room, they're lucky if they're getting around, 1,800 points. 2,700 and some points. My gosh. Again, I said he's from Russia. He's the winner of the FIDE Grand Prix of 2019. His name is Alexander Grishkuk. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And just to let you know that when the FIDE candidates tournaments will resume coming up tomorrow on Monday when we put this out here, one of the highlights will be seeing this guy, Alexander Grishkuk, back in action. The Russian Grandmaster is considered the dark horse, if you will, the wild card in the group. And it is, and hopefully to get a match into playing the wild berserker, the one and only Magnus Carlsen. He starts a point behind the two leaders after a draw in all of his games in the first half. But whatever happens, he's sure to entertain us, because this guy, from what I understand, is a madman. He just, when he plays his games, from what people have been looking at, they says he's just, he goes for wild stuff. It's unreal. His games are entertaining, and if you can make something entertaining out of a game like chess for people to watch it, you are really hitting that high bar, I'm telling you. So in the first of his pre-tournament interviews, he was referred to the film Burgess to sum up his career so far. I don't know about that film. I'm going to have to look it up. Look it up there, too, and see if you find it something kind of, that's Burges. See what he thinks up there, if that's what it is. Again, like it says, he resumes his candidates tournament match when he plays black against, wow, everybody seems to have these names that I can't pronounce. I'm going to say Kirill Alisenko in round 8. That's going to be his match against him. They're going to be starting tomorrow on Monday. Before we set off for Yekaterinburg, he will give a number of interviews, including the Timur Ganeviev for Sports Express. Grishkuk is one of the most vocal players about the decision to try to play the candidates match when the pandemic was stopping all other events around. But this time, he seems to be fine with the situation, as he explains. I says, I'm not going to be in any bubble. You can leave the hotel if you want, as any time you feel so, like you want to. The conditions are normal. I wouldn't have played any otherwise if it wasn't so. But anyway, so again, the pandemic has been a crimping factor on a lot of social activity. But since with the increase of vaccinations, the better it's getting, people are getting more into social interactions without having to worry about being super spreaders. You're going to find that these guys are going to once again bring up some type of exciting chess sports played before your very eyes. If you have not yet seen this is you can see these things on Twitch. You can also see them. You can go over there, go to the YouTube, and find their games. If you just put up their FIDE candidates mass chess tournament, and they got commentators. Some commentators are pretty cool. I personally like the Ginger GM. This guy's from England. He's wild. I saw him when he's giving a commentary and a beer in his hand. He's sucking this down. I'm telling you, the comments and the commentary really got very entertaining towards the end of a couple of those beers. But these are the kind of things that if you have the opportunity to experience, to want to see how the big guns are playing, and even get some explanation of what they're thinking and why they're thinking, take some notes. I do. I learned one particular move just by watching it. It'd be boring for me to explain it to you. But that's the bevy of information, little jewels, little nuggets that you can pull out of it. So that's it for sports, chess sporting news. Yes. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go into our next part of our program, our interview. This is somebody from my chess group here that you're going to really want to get to know. So, without further ado, let's see the interview. Hey everybody, how you doing? The old chess biker dude here once again to welcome you to Chess, Coffee, and Conversations. And this is the best part of the entire afternoon. It's interview time. And today we got somebody here who will scare the living daylights out of you in chess. He's a wanted man. He is the Chess Desperado. Who am I talking to? Yep, there he is. Well, here's one of his wanted posters on Chess Life in Review. If you've been playing at all, take a look at that, folks. Go over there. This is dated October of 1975, and when something was $1.50. Remember when things were just $1.50? By golly, this is individuals and stuff who this man has been associated with. Have you seen this man? Here he is, Larry Cohen, the one and only. Everybody give it up to him. Great, great, great. Forget it. Anyway, so say hello.
Hello. I give up, just like he said.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming on to our interview portion of Chess Coffee Conversations. It's great to have you out here. I'd just like to let you know that he is a man of great chess ability. He's one of the stronger players that meet here when we play out here at the chess club. And we invite you to have your chess knowledge and experience tested by the Chess Desperado. So tell me, Larry, I freak out every time I see you with
Here, let's...
There you go, a little bit better. Okay.
Make it better for you.
Tell me, when did you start playing chess?
Actually, I got into, like a lot of people, I learned from my father. Actually, my brother was into it before I was. I didn't really get into playing any type of rated chess until 1974.
Wow.
Which was more into the, you were headed more towards the Fischer bust, as they called it, as opposed to the Fischer boom. It was just, I finally broke down, joined the USCF, the United States Chess Federation, and played in my first rated tournament, five rounds, 2 days. It was a memorable tournament. I remembered, first of all, it was at the local community college. Actually, it was a senior college as opposed to a junior college. There were so many junior colleges, they decided, well, we need a senior college for people to finish up at. And a lot of the people in the general area had gone there for, post-learning, and as a result, they had a club there as well as the local city club.
Wow.
And so they were able to get the site for free, and always a nice thing for a tournament. And they ran tournaments there. My first one, was at a nice college. It's memorable because I actually won one of my 5 games, which I was a little surprised about.
Always good to win a game.
The other thing was, you're talking 74, there was actually a female player, which also was not something you saw a lot of back then.
And you still don't nowadays either.
You see more of them, actually, but at least, it was unusual. And, of course, the other thing that sticks in my mind, and I'm sure it's buried somewhere, my final round game was against a 1,300 rated player, and it was a horrible game on both our sides, much worse on mine, which I lost. And the reason that sticks in my mind is, like 10 years later, both of us were 1,900 or stronger.
Wow, very nice.
So it's, no matter how you start out, you always could work and improve your game. That's something to remember.
And let's see, I'm working real hard on that particular point. So you played around there, learned when you said you started your first rated game about 1974, 75?
74, yeah.
74, and how old were you when you were then?
I was 14 then.
14, there you go. So, and now...
So I started late compared to nowadays.
Yeah, because if you recall out there for some of our other interviews out there, we had individuals who learned, when they're 5 and 6 years old. In fact, every so often we'll have somebody come in here with bringing their son, saying, can my son play you? I go, sure, go right ahead. And he just wipes everybody out. Those prodigies exist, and they're pretty amazing when they do come out here. Okay, so you came out there, learned at 14. You're still playing today. Now, as I understand it, you are a tournament director too.
Yes, I That was kind of funny how the tournament directing bug bit me. Our local club had just the usual club night event going on, and we had like maybe a half dozen people that were tournament directors, and supposedly none of them were available to do the first round. So it's like, here, Larry, you do the first round. It's real easy. Doing the first round of a tournament is easy, whether or not you have software. There was no software back then. And I ended up doing the entire event. So basically, I was sort of sucked into it.
Oh my gosh.
And, after that, it was just, I, did more and more. And I would ask the more experienced TDs questions to learn more things, either, in terms of what I was directing, or even, of course, as a player, such as the one time where, I wanted to know, well, gee, can I castle where my rook, but not the king, my rook was under attack? Can I castle in that situation? Wow. And, of course, I went and asked the TD, being specific about that, and he said, yes, you're allowed to castle if the rook is under attack, provided, of course, the king hasn't already moved. So, of course, I go back to the game and fail the castle and lose the rook. It's like my whole purpose was to go to find out about this. And when I get back to the board, there it went, out of mind.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
You're just the... sometimes you just lose the thread of thought entirely during a game. It happens to anybody and everybody.
Especially when you're old like us. But anyway, okay, so we've gotten onto the tournament. Your tournament experience is up there, and because of the COVID thing, there haven't been a lot that's been face to face, but now that's being phased in more and more as vaccinations get out. And do I understand that you're putting together a tournament that's coming up soon?
Yes, the last Saturday of next month, May 29th, I'm running a one-day, 3-round tournament.
Dun-dun.
Admittedly, yes, this is opposite the big Chicago Open that's being run. I have no idea what the Chicago Open is doing in terms of health precautions or whatever. It is clearly advertised that they're not providing any board sets or equipment or clocks.
Bring your own stuff.
So bring your own stuff, so you know no idea what yours or other people's stuff is going to be like. I'm providing all the boards, sets, clocks. I'm making sure I'm requiring masking, which, well, they're in a hotel, that's probably required there as well.
Yeah, I got it.
But I'm going to have wipes. I'm going to have hand sanitizer. People want it. I'm going to do the temperature checks. I'm going to be providing gloves so people can wear gloves while they play.
I'm sterile.
To be as safe as possible with all this. You want to be cautious. Obviously, we're getting more and more people vaccinated. Chicago Open, they have the big tournament with the big prize fund, but that, of course, also means they're talking the large entry fees. So
large is the key word there.
Yes, they're over a $200 entry fee. Although, of course, you could win like say maybe $7,000. I have a $5 entry fee, and
$5 foot long. Sorry.
$5. I'm running what's known as an octagon, which people may not be familiar with. This is an old format that was used back in the 70s and 80s and 60s.
I remember them days.
It's based similar on the idea of a quad, which is like a 3-round event. A quad is a all-play-all event, what they call a round-robin event. This is a 3-round Swiss, and the problem with a quad is, what do you do if you have an odd number? This was sort of the solution. So this is a 3-round Swiss, and the idea is you want it's in 8-player sections. I'm limiting it to 3 sections, total 24 players. And if you have like only 6 players, you can still do your 3 rounds with the 6 players without having to worry about people having played each other more than once.
So you got the logistics down on this one pretty much.
So yeah, it's an old standard of logistics. One thing I came up with that I've added, and I've passed this on to a few other people too, is rather than the standard octagon prize format, which is usually just first or first and second. My format is such that you have a first prize, a second prize, and then you have what you might call a class prize, which is a prize for the best result from the bottom half of the quad in terms of rating. Because quite often, when you do these quads or octagons, you have a few players where the ratings are significantly different than the others, even though you're trying for, similar rated players.
Right.
So this way, the players in the bottom half, besides of course having a shot at gaining the rating points,
Of course.
also have a chance for some money.
Money is good.
And actually, let's see, what was my prize format again here?
There's some in an octagon.
It's here.
8 sides are better than 4.
It's here somewhere. All right, here it is. So I'm doing for each section 35 for first, 30 for second, and then 25 for the best of the bottom half. So you're
making money.
So you're paying only a $5 entry fee for that. Full details are available on the Illinois Chess website for this event.
Yes, go to the Illinois Chess website. And what's that web address? Do you know?
No, I don't, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, I should. I should have it on here as well.
Yes, you should. Steve will skin our hides.
Yes, he will. Actually, I don't have it here. I believe it's
I think it's
il-chess.org.
That's it. Tell him what he's won, Johnny.
The easiest way is just, of course, to just Google Illinois Chess, and it will probably be like the first or second thing that comes up, and you can just jump from there to it.
Yeah, find the tournaments that are up there. Now, where is this tournament going to be held at?
I'm holding this tournament at a Comfort Inn hotel. This Comfort Inn is located at the corner of Butterfield Road and Findlay Road. Actually, you have to go south on Findlay from Butterfield to get into the hotel itself. It's just right off of 355 at Butterfield.
You can't miss it, guys.
Or at least it's hard to miss. I am not taking credit cards. $5, please.
In God we trust. Everyone else brings cash. You know what I'm talking about.
And actually, I'm not requiring payment in advance, just registration in advance, since I'm limiting it to 24 players.
Okay.
So if you register in advance, it will be just the $5 you pay when you show up. Mm-hmm. If you don't register in advance, and there is room, that's the question, because it is limited to 24 players, I will allow you to play for only $10.
There you go. There's a penalty, but you will enjoy the outcome. Be smart. Register first. Yeah. Let them know you're coming.
So we're talking three games of chess, assuming everything is even sections. And the time control I'm using is game in 75 with a 10-second increment.
10-second delay on the clock.
Not delay, increment. Don't. A lot of people.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's something.
The old biker dude's got to learn something here. What's an increment?
Now the increment is what they used to call the Fisher time control, or they sometimes used to refer to it as bonus time.
Oh,
so this is as opposed to delay, where delay is simply that it waits the 5-10 seconds before the clock starts. So your clock stops. There's a delay of 5 seconds before the other side starts. That's a delay. And that's usually, a outright set time control. With the increment, what it is after both players have moved, time is added to the clocks.
Added to the clock.
So increment adds time, whereas delay never adds time.
I got it.
So it's like you've got a 5-second increment. If you only take like 2 seconds, no, you don't get the added 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Nothing is ever added with the delay, whereas an increment always adds time.
Oh, there you go.
So therefore, you're looking at a difference. It can be a big
does everybody
difference.
got that? Increment adds time, delay does not add time. It just before it clicks in. The old biker dude, the chess dude has learned something. You're going to learn something. The Chess Desperado might ask this as a pop quiz when he shows up at the tournament. Be ready. So I'm glad that the tournament come out there. All these tournaments and other things that the Chess Desperado come out here, Larry does, you can be found, at the Illinois Chess Association website. It's a great place for finding affiliates that go out there to have chess around the area, see what's going on. The archives are so backed up. I mean, you could see what happened back in 1985. But either way, a lot of stuff is out there and available for you at no charge to you, unless, of course, you join the ICA, which the Biker Chess Dude highly recommends. Save some money at the tournaments and all that kind of neat stuff.
Yes, there are tournaments where if you're an ICA member, you do save on the entry fee. Mine is not one of them because the standard is usually you would save $5.
Which would make it free.
Sorry, I'm not quite willing to run it as a free event, although I will definitely be losing money at it.
Yeah.
But I do want to encourage and work to bring back the over-the-board chess. You know, we're getting more and more people vaccinated. Illinois is currently in what they call Phase 4, which will actually allow, under Phase 4, you're, in theory, allowed a meeting of up to like 250 people.
Wow, nice.
You know, and obviously there's been some pressure along the way because not only do you have Phase 4 and Phase 5, you have what I think of as Phase 4.1, or what they call the bridge phase. So, it's
politics.
You look that
it's
up.
all
I don't
messed
want to
up.
explain it. It's messy.
Look it up. If you need a headache, just look it up. Okay, now back up there we got before we were talking about the tournament life that you had out there. Let's talk about the different clubs and up there. You obviously are a member of and a participant here at the Chess Coffee and Conversations group. Tell me, what do you think about it?
Oh, it's a wonderful site. Nicely located, fairly easy to get to, even with the construction along Weber Road.
Yeah, that's going away, folks.
Eventually, of course.
But
It's
worth the travel.
The problem is there aren't a lot of places where you can come and sit down and play people face to face, which
Free coffee. That's the bonus.
or water.
Water, yeah. Do you like water? I drink coffee. That way I get the water and the coffee. But yeah, we give a lot of other things, and I'm glad that he's a member and he participates and shows up in there. What we really would like to have is you come out here and show up. Meet individuals like Larry, shake his hand, put $20 in it. He'll really appreciate it.
Or fist bump.
Fist bump,
If you're still
elbow.
worried.
Yeah, it depends on how you do. We got over here at the chess at the group. We also have sanitizer and the mask and all that stuff out there, so we're good with that. But either way, the point is, you want some over-the-board time. Chess is a social event. You come, and that's what we do. Social games. We don't do tournaments or anything here, but
Although maybe we can change that.
We can change that.
Right now,
Just come
it's
and
just
play.
casual sit-down play. Play for fun.
yes,
You
and for
know.
the pure enjoyment of the game. And with guys like Larry here, it gets nothing but better. But thank you so much for being our interviewee today. And
I've been interviewed.
oh, there you go. So thanks most certainly for being a part of it, and we'll hopefully see you over across the board.
Yep.
Thanks everybody for joining us up here for the interview. Don't go away. Chess and Coffee and Conversations is going to be back in just a second as we continue on with the program. Yeah, I love it. Thank you, audience. Thank you indeed. Hey, everybody. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed that interview that we had with the Chess Desperado, the one and only Larry Cohen. He is an interesting and one of the entertaining individuals you're going to meet when you come out here to say hello and play some games with us. Well, next week, working on another interview that you're going to really find interesting. Mark it down in your calendar. Write it down in your little notebook. Put it in your phone. Whatever way gets you to remind yourself this is where you want to go. Do me a favor. Subscribe. Push the bell. This is the first time I've actually tried to do this particular part. But most importantly, do me a favor. Share it out with your friends and have them take a look. See if you don't agree that we can do something real fun out here at Chess, Coffee, and Conversations. So until next time, my friends, I want to tell you, keep the rubber side down, the shiny side up, and the pieces on the board. This is your old biker chess dude, and we'll see you at the next one. Bye.
Chess, Coffee, and Conversation, sponsored by Square Hopper. Experience at a reasonable rate. Want to make that next level? Want to improve something you've always wanted to be better at? Tap into the experience of Josh the Machine Flores and Square Hopper. Chess, experience, and knowledge provided for you at a reasonable rate.